This video, we're going to talk about possessive adjectives. So we've already learned about adjectives, that adjectives agree in gender and number with the thing that they're describing. So the previous adjectives that we've looked at are descriptive words like alto, bajo, viejo, bonito, feo, etc. In this lesson, we're going to talk about possessive adjectives, and this is an example of all of the possessive adjectives in Spanish. So they show possession of the thing that you're saying is your own. So my, your, his, her, our, etc. So just like regular adjectives, possessive adjectives agree in gender and number with the thing that is possessed or the thing that is owned. So this will be the word that comes after the possessive adjective. So for example, mis hermanos son altos. So it's mis because hermanos is plural. Nuestro libro es interesante because libro is singular masculine, so nuestro is singular and masculine. So nuestro and vuestro, so vuestro would agree with vosotros, which you're not responsible for that, so just ignore that. But nuestro has to agree in gender and number with the noun that it modifies. So if you look back here again, because libro is masculine and masculine singular, nuestro is masculine singular. So also notice that there are 4 different translations for the adjective your. So it can be tú, like your, if you're talking directly to someone with whom you have an informal relationship, and say like, your dog is big. Tu perro es grande. If you're talking to your friend, tu perro es grande. If you were talking to somebody that maybe, I don't know, you're walking your dog and you see someone on the street and you don't know them, you could say su perro es grande. And that would be also your, but it would be formal. Okay. Also, the other use of su, right, can also be his, her, or its. So we just saw su when we're using like usted, su perro es grande, but it can also be his or her. So if you said like, mi amigo es Jose, my friend is Jose, su perro es grande, his dog is big. Mi amiga es Luisa, su perro es pequeño. So how do you know? How do you know if it is your, his, her, etc.? The only way to know is context. So you have to really take into context to determine the meaning of some of these possessive adjectives. So let's look at these examples. Paco tiene un gato. Su gato es blanco. His cat. ¿Tiene usted su libro? Do you have your book? Graciela y Rosa caminan con su abuela. They walk with their grandmother. So as you can see, context, we have the same exact possessive adjective, su, su, but context is what gives us the meaning of the possessive adjective. Then when we want to say like apostrophe S, so apostrophe S does not exist in Spanish. We would not say, for example, Wilmer's primo or Wilmer's prima. Instead, we use de. So we would say the cousin of Wilmer instead of Wilmer's cousin. La prima de Wilmer es alta. Then when de is followed by the definite article el, we combine them to make it del, because it would be, since we have the de el, we just combine it into one sound, del. For example, ella es la esposa del profesor. She is the professor's wife. So mark that in your notes, that if you're ever tempted to use apostrophe S in Spanish, that is incorrect. You will never ever see apostrophe S used in Spanish. Instead, we're always going to use the de, usually with ser. Okay, so to summarize, how do we show possession in Spanish? We use a possessive adjective, mi, tu, su, nuestro, or su, and they agree in gender and number with the thing that is possessed or the thing that is owned, that you're expressing ownership of. And that is the word that's going to come after the possessive adjective. And then also we use de to show possession instead of an apostrophe S. Yo tengo una familia bastante grande. Scott es mi esposo y tenemos 4 hijas. Mis hijas son Alex, Claire, Sydney y Blake. Tengo una nuera. Ella es mi nuera, Marilise. Scott es muy inteligente y trabajador. También es atlético. Le gusta andar en bicicleta. Todas mis hijas son inteligentes también, y todas mis hijas practican deportes. Alex es trabajadora y atlética. Ella practica tenis y estudia la medicina. Marilise es mi nuera. Ella es la esposa de Alex. Marilise es muy inteligente también. Ella es una dentista. Claire es muy atlética y fuerte. Ella estudia mucho y tiene 2 perros y un gato. Mi hija número 3 se llama Sydney. Sydney es muy simpática y baila mucho. Ella estudia y baila en la Universidad de Arkansas. Blake es mi bebé. Ella es mi hija número 4. Ella es cómica, pequeña y trabajadora. Ella mira TikTok y corre muy rápido. Esta es mi hermana Tori. Mi hermana Tori es muy especial para mí. Ella es inteligente, delgada y muy trabajadora. Ella es una doctora y trabaja mucho. Esta es su familia. Su esposo es Miles. Su esposo se llama Miles. Miles es alto y rubio. Su hijo es Charlie y su hija es Sutton. Charlie y Sutton son mis sobrinos y Miles es mi cuñado. Ellos son mis cuñados
También, Matt y Ashley y su hija Eva, mi sobrina. Matt es mi cuñado, es el hermano de mi esposo. Matt es mi cuñado y su esposa Ashley es mi cuñada. Son mis cuñados y Eva es mi sobrina. Matt es moreno, cómico y creativo. Y Ashley es delgada, rubia y trabajadora. Eva es rubia, pequeña y cómica. Y esta es mi familia.